guys doing? What am I doing? I'm cooking for you. You, me, Rusty's got a bark, of course. I'm cooking. I'm making for you today. Happy Rosh Hashanah to all my Jewish friends out there in the world. I have quite a few. I'll mention their names a little bit. I'm creating potatoes. I'm making for you potato pancakes, as I call them, or of your Jewish religion, potato latke. So I grated about, I don't know, a whole lot, and it's just me and my wife, Rusty. And I didn't do them all by hand. The other ones I put in a food processor, but for the purpose of the video, I figured I would do these right in here. And I'm about done. So what you need to do is just don't go nowhere. Watch the magic happen. Very easy, very simple, a few ingredients, and incredible. My wife's like so excited. She wants to like jump off the roof. Hey, and so welcome back. You saw I was grating some, don't go the other way with your fingers. I was grating some, my last potato. I grated quite a few while I used the blender actually. I'm gonna add this to the, you could do this earlier. For you, your guests, for your family, whoever you want to do it for. I have this pan on very high. She's high. Not as high as in Platoon, but high. What I'm going to do is, for viewing purposes, instead of going in my sink, I'm going to dump this with my hands into this bowl. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a giant mess here. So let's opt for the larger bowl. Well, let's do something even smarter, Steve. And we'll go for a colander. Yes, I did get forced inside today. Again. It's just like never ending down here. You know, I understand it's rainy season. I do understand. So you'll see, look. I got about 6 potatoes in here and 1 large onion. You need potatoes and onion and eggs. Well, salt, pepper, a little flour. A little baking soda if you have it, but if you don't even really need it. I'm gonna let this drain a little bit down here. Get up this little mess over here. And then, can you put this in a paper towel? Sure you can, but guess what? I don't necessarily do that. See, look at all the water that's in here. And it turns dark. Because if you don't put potatoes in the water, see the potatoes are beautiful. If you don't put these in, I'm going to press some of it out. If you don't put these in water, they'll turn brown in 10 minutes. Brown. So, like I said, happy Rosh Hashanah. I got a couple of close friends. I'll give a shout out to Rob and Marsha. They're good friends. Do they cook? No, never. I don't think anyone ever cooked. Any of those 2 people ever cooked in their life. Maybe Marsha cooked a little something. Rob maybe some toast or something. He likes just to bet his ponies, eat by himself, and he's very happy. Funny story. house one day. So you want to come over? I was like, wow, really, come over. Not a house, it's a little condo. I'm draining most of this off. I feel the pot getting hot here. You don't have to kill this. I'm not going to put it in paper towel and a cloth towel because I feel like it gets stuck. This is good enough for me. Put that in the sink. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab some flour. So yeah, Les says, oh, you want to come over? I said, yeah, sure, why not? We'll come over. We'll have order pizza. Yeah, there's two friends there. So I know them a long time. We got two. For this, I'm gonna go maybe, there's a lot of potatoes. Maybe three tablespoons here of flour. Okay? And if you don't have this baking powder, it's really not a big deal. I'm gonna use a pigeon of this, like a half a teaspoon of this. Won't break. It happens when you cook. That's why it's called real cooking. Okay? I'm gonna add some salt and some pepper to this. I'm gonna add some more. Okay? So yeah, Les, I call him Les, like Les Gold, and Happy Rajan, Amy, please watch us and subscribe. Please, get your friends. 2 eggs. 2 eggs going on here. So we went over there, and I was roaming around his kitchen, throwing out my sink, and they were sitting inside, my wife and 2 friends of his, and they were sitting in there, and I was looking through his cabinets. It's a funny story. I was like, let me see what I can find in here. But I know we don't cook. A lot of people don't cook, but you're gonna learn how to cook. That's why you're gonna watch this show, and you're gonna subscribe. That's the most important thing you need to do in your life. Maybe not the most important, but I would like you to try it. We got 3 tablespoons of flour, salt, pepper, 2 eggs, and I got that much potatoes, which is about, I'd say 6 potatoes. We got Tina's spoon over here, which I can't find, which I should have got earlier. Tina's spoon. And we're gonna mix this up. If you don't like the consistency, I don't want you to kill this thing with flour. Please, what did you do? So, anyway, we were looking for cans. I was looking through this cabinet for cans. It's like, what are you doing over there? I said, well, you got birthday cards on your counter. This is probably about maybe 12 years ago, from like 1960. What do you do that for? See, I'm getting there with this. I might need a little bit more pinch of flour. I'll use my fingers. That's what you could do when you're home. A little bit more flour. Hold this everything together. Okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use a spoon. Not this spoon, this spoon's too big. I was looking through and I saw a can. I forget what kind of can it was. It wasn't tuna fish. Maybe Campbell's soup or something. It's from like 1990. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. So I yelled through the little counter. He was in a little counter. And I said, everybody put $5 in the jar. And I said, guess what year this can is from. Everybody did it. Everybody was like way off. You know, this is like 2013. It was like 1990. I said, Les, you know they need to go through your cabinet. So anyway, enough about them. You said happy Rosh Hashanah to everybody. We got some oil here. I don't have any vegetable oil left. Yep, you see, I tell the truth. Speak the truth. Got a little oil here. This is gonna heat up so fast, it's gonna go crazy fast. Okay? Yeah, she's ticking away. Like I said, I got stuck inside again today. All day. Oh look. It's raining up outside. I'm not going back outside. This is it. This is where I stay. I'm gonna make a little ham and eggs with this tonight that you are not going to see. But you've seen that before if you watch and subscribe. So what we're gonna do is do a little taste test here. Yeah, we're ready to go here. So I want you to take a nice scoop. See that? Look, hear that sear? That's the sear of magic. And just press it down. Yeah, that's it. Take another scoop. Oh yeah. Come on, baby. That's it. Just let them sear up. This is pretty much all that's to it. I'm going to show you the end result. I'm going to say, wow, it's not hard. If you have a food processor, it's even easier. But if you have a grater, that's fine. I've used grater most of my life, actually. Look, I'm putting 4 in this pan. 4 potato pancakes, potato latkes, whatever you like to call them. And they're going to cook down. I'm going to put a touch of salt. I didn't really salt them too well. And pepper. I like pepper. I don't like too much salt. My diet. I'm shut down. Me and the old lady gotta go to a dermatologist again tomorrow. Yeah. Still getting old. It is what it is, folks. But this, I will keep doing. Today I made business cards up. How I did it, don't know. On Canva, actually. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm just gonna let these roast away. And we're gonna make the rest of these. You won't be around for the rest of these, but I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. But you're gonna see these in action. You could eat these with sour cream, applesauce. Oh boy. You could eat them with ketchup. You could eat them with anything you want. Hot sauce. It's all up to your taste. So stick around. Let these cook down. And then they're not gonna cook down, they're just gonna fry. We're frying. They're gonna fry. And you're gonna flip them over, fry them. Then I'm gonna plate them up for you. I'll be right back. I'm Stevearino. Check it out. I flipped them over while you were away. When you start to see the edges turn a little color, I would say, and it's time to flip them over. The most important flip, you see that one? Beautiful. The most important flip, and they cook better in the oil. Sometimes you'll have a pan, like this one's a little flimsy. Sometimes you'll have a pan that's just acting up a little bit. You want them nice and brown, your potato pancakes. These are pretty good. You want to flip them over, and then they don't take long from there. The first time you pour them in, that first sear is the one that's going to get you. And I want you to get a nice plate, put them on a piece of paper towel. Okay? We'll do these two. And of course, as Lydia always says, I have to taste. So I'm going to taste this. I'm going to shut this off. She's off. Me and my wife like a little applesauce and sour cream. You, like I said, you can always use ketchup, mustard, anything you like, wherever you come from. Anything you like on this dish. I mean, I might eat some ketchup on one of mine tonight with my eggs and my ham. It's really up to you, your taste. You cook how you want. I'm just giving you the basics here. Potato pancakes or potato latkes. Either way, this is so good. Like they do at McDonald's. Anywhere else. Look. You could put a touch of salt on here on top. I'm gonna put a little applesauce. Look at that. Look. And a little sour cream. Look at that, huh? That's a picture right there, folks. Check it out. These are incredible. If you're not going to eat them right away, put your oven on 250, 225, and they can stay in there for hours till you're ready to eat, or your friends or your family come over, or anybody else. Now we have a little piece here because I'm a little hungry. I may get rusty a little bit. I've been feeding him little potatoes today. So I have a little of the sour cream and the applesauce. I shouldn't have started. I shouldn't have even started this. But, oh boy. I know, Rusty. You want some. Rusty, I just gotta cool off, Rusty. I love my dog so much. He's so good. He's a good boy. Alright, Rusty, let it cool off. Listen. What you need to do is keep watching me, giving me more up in the air, keep making delicious recipes for you, entertaining you hopefully, and I hope you make this and so many other dishes I have. I know everybody doesn't like everything. Everybody has their own thing, like I just said. But like I said, have a nice Tuesday, a nice Rosh Hashanah to the Jewish community, and check it out. Try to make it. I promise you one thing. You'll say, this is incredible. Incredible. This is the proper way to make it. You can add other stuff, but this is just right. So, thanks again for watching. Be kind to your family, your friends, your neighbors, people on the street. I made business cards today. I got stuck in Ace Hardware in a rainstorm and I was handing out business cards. It's not business, it's cooking with Stevearino. I need more subscribers. So subscribe. I'll see you next time. Stay safe.